Okay, this one is rear coil on plug, second cylinder. So we'll be cleaning the contacts. You can see there's white that interface with the spark plug. So let's first remove that red one. You can see there's a buildup like corrosion on the springs. So let's first take off the resistor part, I guess. Then remove the spring and the resistor. So as you can see, there's a white smoke like white powder, and I think that is a corrosion. Okay, this is the resistor, and the typical value is around 1.88 or 1.9 kilo ohms. I apologize for the camera, it's quite difficult to see. Okay, let's test the leads. As I mentioned, it should be around 1.9, 1.8, 1.8 to 1.9 kilo ohms. I know that because I've already done like 6 coil and packs. So I'll be cleaning it with the metal polish. So put some on a rag, then rub on the contacts, one of the contacts. The other way that you could do this is using a fine sandpaper. So putting more metal polish, then rubbing it until it's shiny. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit shiny now. Yeah, I'm just using my cell phone camera. It's quite difficult to focus. Okay. Just be patient with rubbing it until you get the desired shine. That means if it is shiny, then it means that all those corrosions are gone, and you should have a good contact then. So I'll be rubbing the end part on the rag with metal polish. It's difficult to see, but it's not shiny now. Before I do that, then rubbing it. Okay, you can see the side, the bottom side is shiny already. So let's test it again. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the value of it is around 1.9, and we're reading 1.87 kilo ohms. So my meter is set to 20 kilo ohm range. Okay, so we're done with the resistor. I'm just trying to show here that it is shiny. So we're done with the resistor. Okay, one more look. It's shiny now. Okay, the second part is cleaning the spring. We'll try to remove the white substance that sticks on the spring, especially in the both ends. So we'll try to measure the resistance. So this is basically wire, and the resistance should be 0. So I'm using the lowest range setting in my meter. So by just tapping on both ends, I don't see any, it's like open. And I could see 1 ohm, around 1 ohm, by trying to push the leads against the tip of the springs. So that's not right, so we'll clean it using metal polish again. So using a precision screwdriver with rag wrapped around it, then we'll put some metal polish on the tip. And after that, inserting and rubbing it against the tip of the spring. So do that until the end is shiny. That means no more corrosion and should have good contact. Then do on the other side of the spring. Okay, let's measure again the resistance. So it should be close to 0. So I set it 20 kilo ohms, should be setting it to 200 ohms. Okay, should be acceptable then. So the leads is inherent around 500 milliohms. So there's an error of around 600 milliohms. Should be fine. Because the resistor is typical of around 1.88 kilo ohms. And even if I just have a 1 ohm, that is just around 0.1%. So that should be fine. So let's connect the spring to the other end of the resistor. And then let's measure the combination resistance of the spring and the resistor. Should be around 1.88. Should still be 1.88. Yeah, I was measuring. Okay, in this case, using 20 kilo ohm range, we're measuring around 1.87, 1.88 kilo ohms. So that should be okay. And the next is to clean the contact on the resistor holder. So let's put back clean the resistor with spring. Then snap it back in place. So once the resistor is in place, let's measure first the resistance, the combination resistance. So should be 1.88 kilo ohms, but you can see we're not reading. It's like open, or it's more than 20 kilo ohms. We're using 20 kilo ohm range, so we need to clean the contacts, the spring that contacts or that interfaces to the spark plug end, and the one that I'm showing here. So again, using metal polish, and this time I'm using the tip of my plier, long nose plier. Then measuring again the combination. Okay, we're measuring 1.88 now. Let's cleaning one more time. And final check, 1.88. 1.88. So increased by 0.01, which is 10 ohms. And the next is cleaning the side of the coil pack. So basically what I'm doing here is scraping the white substance that sticks on the metal contact. The metal contact that interfaces with the other side of the spring. Know that the other side of the spring is connected to the resistor, and then the other side is interfaces here. It's quite difficult. I apologize for that. It's quite difficult to see. But the inside part, there is a metal connector, and we will already scrape some corroded part of that metal contact. I just scrape that, and okay, then putting back together. back the end plug, and should be okay to reinstall. That's all folks, thanks for watching.